Venice is suffering the worst floods in more than half a century. Thigh-high waters have caused damage worth hundreds of millions of euros. Another surge is expected to cause more flooding. Italy may announce an emergency. The future of the lagoon city is now at risk.
This is Venice's Pellestrina Island, and perhaps the aerial video is a reality check of the extent of flooding in the lagoon city. St. Mark's Basilica's historic crypt has already suffered grave damage. The floods that killed 2 have been declared as the worst in more than 50 years. And yet, some are testing the waters, quite literally. People wading through thigh-high water and furniture bobbing along alleys is now a common sight. On late Tuesday night, Venice was left devastated by the second worst high tide recorded in its history. The high tide peaked at 187 centimetre or 6 feet 2 inches, the highest since 1966. The water level has dropped and yet puddles remain. Declaring a state of emergency, the mayor of Venice has blamed climate change for the devastating floods. With hotels and homes losing electricity and the lack of water removal pumps, the damage has been enormous. Water ambulances and taxis are doing their best with rescue effort, but is it enough? Some are frustrated that Mose, a sea barrier meant to protect the city from high tide, is yet to be completed since its construction began in 2003.
Venice is not really ready for the future. This is because of the climate situation, but also because of the political problems and Mose. Unfortunately, the reality is that we are not on the right track. We have waited for Mose for 10 years, but still it doesn't work. And obviously there is the question of climate change that has attacked Venice. And for that reason, for me, Venice doesn't have a positive future if something doesn't change from both points.
Non è che abbia proprio un futuro roseo se le cose non cominciano seriamente a cambiare su entrambi i fronti.
But the Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte is optimistic.
We have to be very realistic in our approach regarding flood barrier project Mose. We are at the final stage. We are at 90%, maybe even 93% of the realization of the project. We have spent a lot. There have been a lot of controversies and so many scandals in the past. What should we do?
Col sostegno tecnico ovviamente adeguato.
The rising sea levels and heavy cruise ship traffic have steadily eaten away at the surrounding marshes and mud banks in Venice, causing the city to gradually sink. And with the threat of another surge looming large, the future of UNESCO's heritage site seems daunting. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.